and the property intent. My phone died.
You know what? Ain't no one gonna know anything else. We are rolling. Hi, I'm Robert. That's Cody. We're here at the Saguaro Lake. We met a couple years ago. We got married last year. Together, we're hoping to move out to Cochise County to start our off-grid lifestyle. We grew up in the city. We've spent a lot of time in the city most of our life, and we come out to places like this when we can to get away from the city, and we're very fortunate that these kinds of places are relatively accessible for us. But of course, we're looking to transition to a more full-time out in nature kind of situation, less travel from the city for a day and more living off the land as much as we can.
Where all we have to do is walk out our front door or back door and we'll be in nature. And luckily we're able to do that with the opt-out. What is the owner-builder opt-out amendment? This is the description straight from the Cochise County website. The owner-builder amendment is a rural residential permitting option in unincorporated Cochise County that allows property owners to build their own homes with reduced permitting costs and fewer building safety inspections. This program is intended for owner builders, not commercial builders. All construction must still comply with county building safety codes and zoning requirements. Under this amendment, the county does not verify full code compliance, and the owner builder remains responsible for meeting all applicable requirements. So pretty much with this process, you can build the way you want with very little red tape, aka freedom. The overall opt-out requirements are: your land must be in Cochise County. It must be zoned RU, SM, or qualifying SR. The RU4 is the most popular. This means that it has to be over 4 acres of raw rural land. You must be the property owner and not a commercial owner, as the property intent has to be residential, not commercial. A little sidebar: if you are making payments on your land or with a title company or something, then you are still considered the property owner and can proceed with the process. And very importantly, as far as requirements, you have to have a wastewater system. This means septic or other alternative system that meets the county and state requirements. The wastewater system has to be permitted the normal way from the county and will have inspections like normal.
There are 2 options you can choose for the opt-out. Option 1 is a full construction plan review with limited building code inspections. With this one, the county reviews all construction plans like normal. This is your mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and fire prevention plans, and then they perform only key inspections once the home is built. This option still allows you to build how you like, with alternative building methods, but some review and inspection from the county. With this option, you may qualify for a conditioned certificate of occupancy. And the other option, number 2, no construction plan review with no building code inspections.
Yay!
The county does not review construction plans and does not conduct building inspections. With this option that we are choosing, and this is the popular option for the most amount of freedom. With this option, we can build how we like and don't need to get our total construction plans approved or inspected afterwards. The caveat with this option is you're not eligible for a certificate of occupancy. The county site states the owner builder is responsible for code compliance even when inspections are not performed. All that means is that no matter the option you choose, you still have to follow county laws on how close your buildings can be to property lines, washes, etc., and it promotes still building safely.
Yeah, so still build safely up to code, but they're not gonna come check everything, micromanagement, look over your shoulder and make sure you're doing everything. It's up to you to make sure your home is safe, and of course you'd want it to be safe, and there is a certain responsibility for people doing this, that you need to know what you're doing, you need to do your research, and so you still need to do it by code, but no one's coming to inspect afterwards. You just get your written approval and your drawn map approval ahead of time, and then you're good to go.
because essentially, even though they say build up to code, even though we're not inspecting you, it's not a looming threat. It's more like a suggestion for your own safety and well-being, and for any guests, for your family, or just your animals or yourself. If you're going to be building anything out there, even if you're not having inspections, it's probably a good idea to build it as close to code as you can with whatever your chosen building method, whether that's going up on sticks and wood, or you're doing a Hyperadobe, Super Adobe,
Straw bale, any of it.
or ship. It's like those don't have their city code that they're needing to be built up towards as a standard. However, the idea is that you should be building whatever you're building to as good a code of whatever that is that you can. You don't want these things that you're building, whatever they are, to collapse on you, or be rickety, or be vulnerable to pests, mold, problems later that you don't want to have to deal with. Just do it right the first time. So try to build up to code. So part of building as best as you can up to code, we're going to be experiencing the Tiny Shiny Home Hyperadobe Safety 101, so that we, to the best of our knowledge and ability, build something safe. Because it is what we're going to be doing is Hyperadobe, and that class, although not required, just like things don't have to literally be up to code, we want to be safe. So we're attending this class. No one requires it. It's just for us.
In the overhead view of it, it's a little bit easier to see that all these circles are connected, even though they look like they're not. Like this one is connected to this wall, and this wall, which is connected to this wall, and this. So it's like they are all working together.
And if your property is in a floodplain, you will need permitting to build on that, so be aware of that when buying land. So pretty much, if you choose option 2, like we are, you will only need someone to come out for an inspection of your septic system, and then after that, after your whole build, they will come back for a general property inspection. This last inspection is just to make sure everything is where you said it will be in your application and it isn't too close to property lines or washes. This is not a building inspection and they do not go inside at all. After that, you are done. No getting every little thing signed off on, no need for contractors, no need for official expensive building blueprints. Also, you can get a temporary use permit to live in an RV on your land while you build your home. This is very cool and super convenient. You can't do that in a lot of places.
This opt-out permitting process is really awesome for people who want to build sustainably off-grid. It's far more inexpensive to build without all the permits and contractors, and can be considerably cheaper to build with alternative building materials. There are people down here that build all kinds of alternative homes. They have straw bale, rammed earth, super and Hyperadobe earth bags, shipping containers, tiny homes, shed conversions, you name it. We also plan to have solar and take advantage of rainwater catchment. We will, of course, have water hauled in until we can get that rainwater catchment system set up. So once everything is all said and done, the opt-out will allow us to have a house without a mortgage, made of inexpensive materials, power from the sun, water from the rain, and very few bills. That's our dream, and we are making it come true. We know it's going to take a lot of hard work. We are willing to put in the work so we don't have to pay on that 30-year or 45-year mortgage and utilities, or even worse, pay rent for the rest of our lives. So hopefully after going through that opt-out information, you're a little more equipped to get through this process. And if you're not going through this process, maybe you can just subscribe and watch us go through it.
And I know there are definitely other videos out there explaining this process, and we're just adding to the mix. I know when I'm researching things, I like to watch multiple videos on the same subject, just so I get like an overall image of that information so I fully understand it. I got a lot of information from Arizona Off-Grid, Our Self-Reliant Life, Tiny Shiny Home, Dawn from Affordable Desert Living. All were invaluable resources for me. I watched their videos, especially on the opt-out information, multiple times. So we're just trying to give back now and make another informational video just so people can understand this process and how freedom is possible, even if only in little pockets.
We feel like it can be very helpful if people get fresh, updated information, even if it's the same thing as past videos, old videos. It's always good to be updated. We value information. So hopefully this video helped you learn something about this process. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. We will try to answer what we can. We sure do love Arizona.
And that's not even the best one we've seen.
Yeah, this is just a good day. It's not even the best.